Welcome to Learn Arabic Online with Loubna Duymayan. Particles in Arabic may be troublesome and confusing to the students. The two of the particles, an, the relaxed one, and an, the stressed one, are complementizers that introduce clauses with the English equivalent that. These little words can cause bedlam in your mind because of the problems that ensue from their diversified usage in Arabic texts. In other words, and with a general perception, the choice of an and anna depends on the verb with which they occur. Contrary to English, where that is used with all verbs, while that can be left out, an and anna must always be included in Arabic sentences. They have to manifest their presence. An with an accentuated noon, na, as a conjunction means that must be followed immediately by the subject of the clause it introduces in the accusative case. If it is a pronoun, it must be expressed explicitly. We have to see it in the sentence. Anna tends to appear with verbs of cognition, perception, like to believe, اعتقد. اعتقد form 8. For example, أعتقد conjugated in the imperfect indicative first person singular أنا. أن الخطر آت. I believe that the danger is coming. آت. آت is the active participle of the verb أتى, the defective verb أتى, أتى to come, ending with a shortened alif. Final weak verb, form 1. So آت in the nominative and in the genitive will bear two kasras, tanween, and in the accusative we would say آتيًا. So the shortened alif turns to the ya plus the long vowel alif plus tanween, آتيًا. Lot of surprises happen with final weak verbs. These defective verbs bear their meaning, defective. So here, أعتقد أن الخطر آت. الخطر آت normally is a nominal sentence. Subject, predicate in the nominative case. But once we introduce أن, the noun following it will change in case from the nominative of the nominal sentence as a subject to a noun in the accusative with the sign of فتحة. أعتقد أن. So أن works with the verb أعتقد, I believe. ظن, to think. You are using your mind. ظن. Form 1, geminate. We have a stressed n. ظننت, I thought. in the perfect first person singular. أنا, I. أن, and we attach the suffix pronoun ki. أنكِ, referring to the second person singular feminine. أنكِ لن تأتي في الموعد. After لن, the verb is also in the subjunctive, because لن, the particle لن, negates the future. Alright? So أن and لن, put whatever comes after in the, either in the subjunctive if it is a verb, or in the accusative case if it is a noun. So normally, as a nominal sentence, we would have أنتِ instead of ki. أنتِ, since we cannot start a nominal sentence with ki, with a pronoun, it has to be attached to something. So أنتِ, you. أنتِ لن تأتي في الموعد. And when we introduce the verb ظن together with أن, that أنتِ will turn to ki. So ظننت أنك لن تأتي في الموعد means I thought that you would not come on time. أتى, to come. So آتٍ is the active participle of أتى. تأتي here is in the imperfect subjunctive, and the sign of this mood and this tense is the omission of the noon. تأتينا in the imperfect indicative. When it is in the subjunctive, the noon is gone. Why we use the subjunctive? Because it is preceded by لن. Okay? ظننت أنك لن تأتي في الموعد. في الموعد means on time. I thought that you would not come on time. علم. علم, to know. And we may even use the verb عرف, also to know. So علم and عرف. علم form one sound. علمت أن. See? أن goes well with the verb علم. أن who referring to the third person singular masculine هو, he. أنه فنان موهوب. Normally our nominal sentence is هو فنان موهوب. Subjects, pronoun, and the predicates فنان موهوب. So the predicate stays as is, no change in case, in the nominative. So I knew that he is a talented artist. Talented artist. The modifying adjective comes before. In English and Arabic, it follows the adjective, the noun. Alright, so first we have فنان, the noun فنان, and then its modifying adjective. So I knew that. علمت أن. علمت is conjugated in the perfect first person singular أنا. So I knew that he, the who referring to him, he is a talented artist. عرف, to know. Here we have another example. أعرف, in the imperfect indicative first person singular. أنا أعرف, I know that. أعرف أن. علمت أن. أعتقد أن. ظننت أن. أعرف أن صديقك, in the accusative with the sign of فتحة. صديقة ك your friend. شخص عظيم. So normally here we have a nominal sentence. صديقك شخص عظيم. And here أعرف أن صديقك شخص عظيم. Means I know أعرف أن I know that your friend is a great عظيم, a great person. شخص. To hear, another sense to use. To hear. To hear means to سمع. سمع, to hear. So لقد سمعنا. لقد refers to the past. So لقد plus the perfect may equal to the present perfect, the English present perfect. So لقد سمعنا, we have heard na referring to we. So the suffix, the suffix of the conjugation for the subject pronoun نحن, we. So we have heard that أنها من بيروت. So ها referring to third person singular feminine هي. But هي turns to ها because we need a pronoun, a suffix pronoun to be attached to أن. We cannot say أن هي. أنها, her. It means she. From من بيروت. بيروت here is invariable. It comes with فتحة even if it is in the genitive preceded by من. من بيروت. So we have heard that she is from Beirut. Okay? Another verb. Or let me give you another example with عرف. أعرف أنها درست الحقوق. أعرف أنها. It means I know that. Her referring to her, she. I know that she studied law. درست الحقوق. درست, it means she studied الحقوق, law. And ذكر, to mention. ذكر. ذكر أن اللغة العربية جميلة. Okay, let's split the sentence. Here we have اللغة العربية جميلة. Arabic is beautiful. Subject, predicate. He mentioned that. He mentioned that Arabic. See the change of the case? Now we have a فتحة. And its modifying adjective is also matching in case, number and gender. جميلة keeps its original case, stays in the nominative. He mentioned that Arabic, or the Arabic language, اللغة, language. Arabic is beautiful. جميلة. اللغة is singular feminine. So its modifying adjective is also singular feminine with the sign of a tied up ta. It's very easy to spot some feminine nouns because of the tied up ta. Ta. Alright? أخبر. أخبر to inform. أخبرني. So ni referring to me. This is the object of أخبر. He informed me. هو أخبر is in the perfect third person singular. أخبرني, he informed me. أخبر بي. So أخبر is construed with the preposition be. أن. So we have the preposition that follows the verb أخبر plus the particle أن plus who. Alright? Referring to him, third person singular, masculine. He informed me that he مسافر. مسافر is the active participle of سافر. سافر, to travel. So we know the action from this active participle. غدا. غدا is an adverb of time, means tomorrow. So we have the action of traveling and the time. So use these hints to formulate an English sentence. So we will use just the regular future. So he informed me that he will be traveling tomorrow. Alright, so we have a continuous future action. Traveling tomorrow. So أخبرني بأنه مسافر غدا. Or I may say أخبرني بأنه سيسافر غدا. So using the future instead of the active participle. When you spot active participles, just look for the action. What kind of action is there? And use it to choose the right English verb. أكد. أكد is to confirm, to affirm. أكد أنه فهم المشكلة. So here again we have a pronoun who, referring to him, third person singular. فهم المشكلة. فهم, to understand. So he confirmed that. أكد أنه. He confirmed that he understood the problem. المشكلة. المشكلة, the problem. We conclude that أن is followed by a noun in the accusative or a pronoun suffix, whilst أن with a still noon, أن is followed by verbs conveying ability, hope, desire, doubt, or even commands which must be carried out, but never by a pronoun or a noun. However, verbal nouns can be a substitute to their verbs, as نحب, from the verb أحب, to love or to like, conjugated in the imperfect indicative first person plural. نحن, we, نحب أن. So أحب أن. نحب أن ندرس. درس in the imperfect subjunctive with the sign of فتحة. ندرس اللغة العربية. Here it means that we love to study Arabic. We love to study, and rendered with to in English. Infinitive. To study, and ندرس. to study Arabic or to study the Arabic language. Or نحب instead of أن ندرس. So what is the verbal noun of درس? درس دراسة. نحب دراسة, and it will be in the accusative case because it is the object of the verb أحب. نحب دراسة اللغة العربية. And اللغة العربية here is the object of ندرس. But with this structure, it will turn to the second term of إضافة. First term is our verbal noun. Second term is the object of درس. So, so it will be in the genitive. دراسة اللغة العربية. Alright? طلبوا. طلبوا مني. طلب من is to request, to ask. طلب من. طلبوا مني. So we have min plus the ni, like here, referring to myself. They asked me. So we have two noun. We have the noun of the preposition min plus the noun that goes with the ya, referring to the first person singular. So minni, that's why it's stressed. So we need a shadda on top of the noun. طلبوا مني أن أرافقهم. رافق, to accompany. أن أرافقهم. أرافق is in the subjunctive and whom referring to them. Means they asked me. طلبوا مني. They asked me to accompany أن أرافق. To accompany, English infinitive. To accompany them. أن أرافقهم equals accompany them. Or, what is the verbal noun of رافق? مرافقة. درس دراسة. رافق مرافقة. So طلبوا مني مرافقة in the accusative. And whom? We have to attach the pronoun whom referring to them. English has borrowed its indefinite article an from its fellow Arabic for a different motive. The conjunction an stands for to and that in English. It has to be followed immediately by a verb in the subjunctive or in the past tense. If the subject is mentioned, it has to be placed right after the verb. However, a verb after بعد أن, after the conjunction after, takes the past tense if the event described has already occurred. For example, انتخب, to elect. انتخب الشعب رئيسا جديدا بعد أن تمت كتابة الدستور. انتخب. So انتخب الشعب, the people, الشعب, our subject. Elected, انتخب, is in the perfect. Third person, singular. So the people elected a new president. رئيسا جديدا. So verb, subject, object, and its modifying adjective. بعد أن, after. The constitution, الدستور. The constitution تمت كتابته, was written. This is tricky. we know kitaba is the verbal noun of katab. Kataba to write. Kitaba writing. So tammat kitabatu. So was written. So here the verb tamma means to be fulfilled, to be completed, to happen, to take place. Is often used with a verbal noun as its subject. So we have tammat conjugated in the perfect third person singular feminine, because kitaba is feminine, and plus a verbal noun. So the verbal noun here is its subject to express the English passive. So this verb is encountered particularly in newspaper and media style. Here we have different timing. سينتخب, future. Sa plus the imperfect indicative equals future. سينتخب الشعب, the people will elect in the future. رئيسا جديدا بعد أن تتم. Here we have the verb تم in the imperfect. Alright? Third person singular feminine, because its following verbal noun is feminine singular. بعد أن تتم كتابة الدستور. So here we would say the people will elect a new president after the constitution is written. So the action is kitaba, is writing. Alright? So that's why we have used the verb to write in English. So here was written because tamma here is conjugated in the past, and here is written because it is conjugated in the present. The same holds true for قبل أن, before. Here بعد أن, after, and قبل أن, before. So أن may be used with prepositions to form a conjunction. أريد, أريد, I want, the verb أراد. أريد أن أعطيكم, أعطي, أعطى, to give, conjugated in the imperfect subjunctive. أعطي, أعطي, أنا. أعطيكم, and kum, you, second person plural masculine. بعض النصائح, some advice. النصائح, نصيحة, is a singular of نصائح. نصائح, advice. قبل أن, before we start. نبدأ, بدأ, to start. نبدأ, we, referring to first person plural. نحن, نبدأ, here in the subjunctive with the sign of فتحة. أعطي, sign of فتحة. So I want, أريد, I want to give you some advice before we start. Okay? Are we fine? Good. استطاع, form 10, to be able to. Can, followed by an and the subjunctive. استطاع أن يحقق, حقق, to achieve. هو, in the subjunctive, imperfect subjunctive, with the sign of فتحة. رقما قياسيا, this is a compound word, means record. رقما قياسيا. جديدا, new. So here, he was able, استطاع, to achieve. أن يحقق a new record رقما قياسيا record new جديدا. تمكن. There is a long list, but it's impossible to write all the words that are used with an and the other ones that are used with anna. That's impossible. But these are the ones that you would find frequently in texts. So تمكن, form 5 sound, to be able to. استطاع, تمكن, same thing. تمكنا. تمكنا, we were able. We have تمكنا that ends with a noon plus the na of the imperfect of the conjugation. For نحن, we. Na. So we have two nouns merged together. That's why we have to stress it with the sign of شدة. تمكنا, we were able. تمكن من. تمكن is construed with من, the preposition من. تمكنا من أن نفهم. فهم conjugated in the first person plural imperfect subjunctive. درس اليومي, today's lesson. So we were able, تمكنا من, to understand and نفهم, to understand today's lesson. أمر. أمر is to order. أمره, he ordered him. أمر بي. أمر is constructed with بي, the preposition بي. أمر بي. أمره بأن ينجز. نجز is to complete. So he ordered him to complete what? عمله, his work. أمر بأن ينجز عمله قبل نهاية الأسبوع. He ordered him to complete بأن ينجز his work, عمله, before, قبل, the end of the week, the end, نهاية الأسبوع, of the week. أراد, as I mentioned here, أراد, form 4, wants, wish. أريد أن أنصرف. انصرف, form 7, to leave. I want to leave. أن أنصرف. أنصرف, انصرف, conjugated in the imperfect subjunctive because it's preceded by an. Alright, referring to the first person. Singular أنا. أنصرف. أريد أن أنصرف. I want to go. نوى, another defective verb. Final week. نوى. نوى, to intend. نوى أن يذهب إلى العراق. So, he intended to go. So, like you have two verbs. You have نوى and ذهب. So, the second one has to be in the infinitive. In English, but in Arabic, you use أن plus subjunctive. So, نوى أن يذهب. Instead of saying نوى يذهب. نوى أن يذهب إلى العراق. He intended to go to Iraq. أقسم. أقسم, to swear. أقسم أن يسحب. سحب, to withdraw. أن يسحب, imperfect subjunctive. Third person singular. هو. So أقسم أن يسحب شكواه. What does it mean? He swore. أقسم. To withdraw. أن يسحب. شكوى. شكوى ends with a shortened alif. شكوى, complaints. But when we add a pronoun, that shortened alif turns to an extended alif. And then we add the who, referring to his complaints. شكواه. أقسم أن يسحب شكواه. He swore to withdraw his complaints. When the verb is negated, the negative particle لا and an are often contracted to alla. So you have the hamza of an plus la, but la will be stressed. We'll add that shadda on top of the lam. Alla. Nun is gone. أنصحك. I advise you. نصح, to advise. أنصحك. Ka, you. Second person, singular, masculine. I advise you. Not to. Allah. Allah, not to. Smoke. Allah, to دخن. دخن, to smoke. In the imperative, in the imperfect subjunctive, second person, singular, masculine. أنصحك ألا تدخن. I advise you not to smoke. The same complementizer can govern several items if you have a list of actions. يجب أن. وجب أن. With وجب, the verb وجب, we have to use أن. يجب أن. We have to. يجب أن نعترف. From the following verb, after أن, you will find the subject, not from the verb وجب. There is a lesson about this one. يجب أن نعترف. So that نون is referring to نحن. So نحن نعترف in the imperfect subjunctive. يجب أن نعترف. We have to recognize. اعترف, to recognize. B. اعترف B. اعترف has to be followed by B. To recognize. غلطاتنا. غلطات means mistakes and now referring to our mistakes. So we have to recognize our mistakes. This is our first verb. اعترف. ونصححها. صحح, to correct. And her referring to غلطات, instead of saying ونصحح غلطاتنا, we just replace it with the pronoun ha. And ha is singular feminine because غلطات is a non-human plural. ونصححها, and here نصححها is in the imperfect subjunctive also. Another action. ونتعلم منها. تعلم mean to learn from. ونتعلم, again in the imperfect subjunctive, منها, من غلطاتنا. So we have نعترف, أن نعترف, نصحح, and نتعلم with the conjunction well. So we have to recognize our mistakes, correct them, نصححها, and learn from them. نتعلم منها. So we don't have to use أن before each verb, before each following verb. أن نعترف وأن نصحح وأن نتعلم. Just one would do the job. The two particles أن and أن also affect prepositional phrases. For example, it is possible. من الممكن. من المتوقع. من المحتمل. I think I have to stop. There are too many equivalents. It is possible that. So من الممكن أن, it is possible that. أحضر معكم. حضر is to come, to attend. And أحضر in the imperfect subjunctive, first person singular, me, I. معكم. حضر مع, with you. It is possible that I come with you. And أحضر معكم, with you. مع with kum referring to you, second person plural masculine. معكم. من المعروف, it is known. عرف to know. من المعروف, it is known. أن, من المعروف أنه. So أن is followed by a noun or a pronoun. أنه هو referring to third person singular masculine هو. أنه كاتب موهوب. So كاتب, a writer, موهوب, a talented one. So it is known that he is a talented writer. من المعروف أنه كاتب موهوب. You may notice that some of these verbs require a preposition before an and anna, as with the verb شك, to doubt. أشك في, شك في. أشك في أن. So we have the preposition that follows the verb and then the particle an. We don't say أشك أن في. We keep the preposition before the particle an. أشك في أن. I doubt that. So أشك في أن يصدق في كلامه. يصدق, صدق, it's to be truthful, to be sincere. يصدق in the imperfect subjunctive. هو, he. So I doubt he, or I doubt that he would be truthful in his words. أشك في أن يصدق في كلامه. في كلامه, in his words. اعترف, اعترف, to recognize. اعترف ب. اعترف is construed with the preposition be. اعترف رئيس الوزراء بأن الحكومة, حكومة in the accusative. الحكومة فشلت في تأدية واجبها. So اعترف رئيس الوزراء, the prime minister, رئيس الوزراء, الوزراء, prime minister, minister, رئيس الوزراء. Recognized, اعترف, that the government, الحكومة, the government failed, الحكومة فشلت, فشل to fail, failed in its duty. فشلت في تأدية واجبها. واجبها, her referring to الحكومة. Okay? أصر على, أصر is to insist. أصر على, أصر على أن الأكل شهي. الأكل in the accusative. شهي in the nominative. So he insisted that the food is delicious. It wasn't. So أصر على, see that على comes before أن. في before أن. بي before أن. So أصر على أن الأكل شهي. So the prepositions come before the particles. So prepositions are put before an and anna, and they have to be attached to them if they consist of one letter, like bi anna. We attach them, bi anna, but fi ala, no. They can stay apart just when you have a single letter. You may be confused about what verbs you can use with these particles, just as the way we may be confused about the meaning of life. It seems that there are a lot of issues to deal with in Arabic. By the time you start speaking Arabic fluently, you will have grays all over your head. So if you accept the consequences, you are the conqueror of languages. If you are lazy to write down all of the sentences of this lesson, you can have the worksheets named the particles an and anna in Arabic study guide through this link. That would lead you to my store, Learn Arabic Online with Loubna Duymayan, at this website. Good luck and keep learning and don't give up. I will be always helping you. Thank you. Goodbye.